This is Layla, and this is her story. Layla was a dog that lived in Minnesota. She was 4 years old when she died. The cause of her death is simple: algae poisoning. Algae is a toxic plant that lives on water. It harms and poisons us and our pets. Layla met her demise in Minnesota, but it could easily have taken place in Vermont. Algae is the result of the excess of nutrients such as phosphorus and nitrogen, plus warm water temperatures.
Occurs because our watershed is made of tiny molecules that are all connected to each other. And so when rain falls onto the surface of the land anywhere in our watershed, little molecules that are on the soil attach to the water molecules, and they flow into the system of little brooks and rivers that flow into the lake.
When the water falls across Vermont, the nutrients within the watersheds, commonly phosphorus and nitrogen, get swept up by the water and are deposited in Lake Champlain. The result of the deposit of phosphorus and nitrogen in the lake is blue-green algae, which can lead to the death of many aquatic animals, and occasionally the death of a land animal, such as dogs. It can also make humans sick when we come in contact or ingest algae-infested water.
So I'm Andrew Silverman. I am a junior at CVU, and I am 16 years old, and I made a blue-green algae treatment buoy when I was in sophomore year at the age of 15. All right, so the way the buoy works is that we basically filled a storage tank within the buoy with a type of algicide called phycomycin, which is something we found that specifically can target blue-green algae in small doses without harming any benevolent green algae, waterfowl, or fish. And the way we planned to disperse this algicide was by placing a computer chip inside of the buoy that would automatically trigger the release of an air valve, which would serve to pump out a large blast of phycomycin over the surrounding area.
I know the other two girls haven't, but I did a sampling with Riverwatch, Addison County Riverwatch, and basically we went to a couple streams in New Haven and we collected samples for like phosphorus and nitrogen, a whole bunch of stuff, and just that's done monthly every spring just to like see how our streams and rivers are doing. We're just collecting it and we're just getting some background information so that maybe later on in the year we can do. Yeah. We met up and we collected algae from the lake. We've talked about it. We haven't done a lot of work with it yet. I think we're planning on it.
Yeah, I think in order to understand why the lake is polluted in the first place, you have to understand what people came here and have done, you know, that they've come and cut down a lot of the trees that would have existed here, and they've turned a lot of the land around the lake into farmland, and that's what drives a lot of the, you know, the phosphorus, I think, pollution that we have to deal with in the lake. Yeah, so there's a whole historical story behind that you really should be aware of.
Even learning about the past remains and life on the lake and that history about, you know, past pollution, the students learning about that and kids learning about that kind of sets them up for, we don't want that to happen to the lake while we're adults, and we don't want, you know, maybe our future kids to have that problem, or, you know, they want a clean environment like it used to be here.
Yeah, another key thing is you really need to understand, if you're from here, neither of us are from here,
No.
but it doesn't matter, because
I'm not from here.
no matter where you're from, you should care about any place, really, because there are people who are from there. So it's not hard to understand if you care about the place you're from, that you should also care about other places as well.
And if you are going to make this your home, you don't want it to be gross.
Yeah, so, right.
Really?
Yeah. Going well, I think.
Yeah.
We have a good time. I think that's important, you know?
I think seeing young people like us, teaching young people, like young people seeing young people like themselves, that's what I meant to say. It makes it cooler, maybe, and more exciting that, oh, well, they're doing that. You know, maybe I could do that. It's not like an adult doing it and telling you what to do, and like,
Yeah, absolutely.
And we see enough kids that hopefully some of them are excited about the lake now.
Yeah, I think so.
They were more than before.
We spend a lot of time doing education programs for school groups. So we bring students to here and we go out in canoes and we measure water quality, and we talk to the students about where different components of the water come from. And we use these little kits, which are very easy, low-cost water monitoring kits. And so the students that come to our school groups or school programs, they actually take these water quality kits and they test for how much phosphorus is in the water and how you measure it, and what's a bad measurement, what's a good measurement, what's a normal measurement. And then they also test for nitrogen, and we also test for oxygen, the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water. So that tells you different information about how healthy the water is for fish to live in. And so that's one really important thing that we do. And also one of our core values as an organization is stewardship. So it's really important to us to explain what stewardship means, and taking care of our watershed is something that we do as an organization by trying to keep our part of the lake clean.
Okay, so it's connected to us and to the boat so we don't lose it. But it essentially has these propellers that is controlled by the controller that'll, shift it up and down, tell where to go. And then it has cameras on the front. So it's a way for us to see underwater without actually getting in the water. And where was I going with this? Anyways, so yes.
Yeah,
It's just a tool that we can use to show shipwrecks off to people or fish or anything that can't get in the water or don't want to get in the water. And some wrecks are way too deep for us to dive, and this is another way that we can see them without it being hazardous to humans.
Right, it's a great access.
I met this guy who got the opportunity to go on the Titanic down in that little tiny submarine on the Titanic with James Cameron. And he got his job just because he had played video games, so he could use a controller. So there's all sorts of jobs. Don't give up on video gaming.
I think it's about realizing that your interests can be applied to the world in a lot of different ways, you know. And that's something, it's just a hard thing to realize.